Hi guys, Vinyl Finds something something. This is the anniversary, 3-year anniversary edition of Vinyl Finds, and I'm going to be showing you some stuff that I bought lately. Stuff that I bought in the last month and a half. It's not that much. I've mostly been selling things, so I've made some space, and so I decided to buy some stuff. So it doesn't, as I said in my previous video, it doesn't really solve the issue of space that I have, but at least I don't feel bad in the sense that you know, it's not building on top of what I have. Until I find a solution, I don't know what that solution will be. Yeah, I will keep that kind of rate, so I try to sell some and then buy some and whatnot. So if you've seen my videos, I guess that usually the format is something that is playing in the background, is something that I really want to showcase in a way. And although it is Vinyl Finds, this is not vinyl, unfortunately. It's it's called Winter Music. It's from Niels Frahm. He's a pianist, and this is the CD edition. Obviously, it comes in a gatefold paper. It's really nice. It's not that bad. I don't feel that bad for not having the vinyl, and I didn't know that it actually came out in vinyl and that I could actually find it. Had I known, probably I would have bought the vinyl because the price difference is considerable in the sense that, you know, if you put a percentage. So I bought this for like 8 quid. The vinyl is 14 quid, so it is almost 70% more expensive. I think, you know, mental math, might be wrong, but it's considerably more expensive. But you know, it's 13 quid. It's not like the end of the world or anything. And it comes on a 10-inch. Reason is that it's only 3 songs. The song duration is short, so the longest song is Tristana at the end here. You see, it's 17 minutes, and the first 2 are like cumulatively 8 minutes. So I guess that is like 8 minutes on one side and 17 minutes on the other side. So it's not ideal for, you know, for a record, basically. So I don't know how they pressed it. It could be one-sided, I have no idea. But yeah, and I have been very impressed with this record. I love the piano. There's 2 kinds of sounds that I really like. I like the distortion on the guitar when, you know, distortion kicks in and has this wailing sound, and I like the piano, which makes me schizophrenic, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I really like the piano, and there are records that really resonate to me, and they're in my all-time favorites are things that have piano in them. So it's like Michael Nyman's The Piano, the soundtrack, for example. I love that album. It's one of my top albums, if you like. And you know, this is a little bit of a cheesy one, but it's not really cheesy in my opinion, which is Tori Amos's Under the Pink? Yeah, Under the Pink, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of my favorite albums. I have that back home. I have it on vinyl, which wasn't in very good condition. I had it on CD, and I bought the reissue as well, and it's one of those pieces of music that really resonates, you know, with me. So yeah, I really do like the piano, and this is just neoclassical piano music, and it's just amazing. He doesn't do only this. He doesn't do only this neoclassical stuff. He has a new album out, which I want to point, you know, your attention to, and it's similar but unlike this one. It's minimalist. It's sort of neoclassical, but it's more electronic as well. It's called Spaces. I think, memory serves me right, is live recordings. Yes, it is live recordings, I think. And you can find his live recordings, some of his live performances on YouTube, which I urge you to do. And yeah, you will buy the album, I'm pretty sure. For the moment, it's out on CD. There's a double LP coming out. I'm definitely gonna buy that. And yeah, do check Nils Frahm out. He's really good. Out on Erased Tapes. They also Erased Tapes. They have Winged Victory for the Solace. You know which one I mean. So it's an interesting imprint as well. So that's Nils Frahm. Check out Spaces. Check out his live videos on YouTube. Amazing stuff. You know, you will not regret it. It's just magical. It's just amazing, and this is amazing as well. So records now. New stuff. I'll start with the older things that I got. I got these around Christmas time, and you know, I was looking at top 10, top 100, top 50 albums of the year, and I had the chance to, you know, check them again and whatnot. And I found out that I really like John Hopkins, Immunity. This is something that Matthew Foster had shown way earlier, and you know, I just didn't check it out. I guess I should have. And he knows his dance music stuff. This is techno, but you know what happens with techno is that for someone that's uninitiated like myself, it sort of sounds same-ish, but you need to have a little bit of more of an open mind, and then it sort of just opens up in front of you, and it's not just dance music, it's modern minimalism in my opinion, and that's how we should view it. And this has beautiful melodies behind it, and it's just trance-inducing. Actually, I was listening to this because it comes with an MP3. I went to Oxford Street and I was waiting for someone, and I was waiting in Oxford Street and just had my headphones on, and I was listening to Immunity, and it was out of this world. It was like watching a live music video. It was amazing. It's just, you know, hustle and bustle of the Oxford Street. If you've been there, you know what I mean. And that kind of driving techno music behind it with those melodies, and it was just amazing, fantastic experience. Accidental, but really good. I don't know whether I would do it again, but for that moment in time that I was experiencing that was just fantastic. Another one of the best of the year lists that I decided to buy was Psychic from Dark Side, a collaboration between Nicolas Jaar, which I really like, and Dave Harrington, whom I cannot remember from where he is, what other band he's playing in. Really nice electronic kind of, don't know, you probably know about it. I don't need to speak, I don't need to say more about this. I also got this one, Cure for Pain by Morphine. Back home I have the third one, so this is the second one. I have the third one, which I don't remember the name of, but yeah, so some people say that this is better than the third album. I would argue that this is the more indie rock sounding album that Morphine has done. The first one I haven't listened to, but having listened to this one, it does have the blues, if you like, that kind of punky blues feeling that the third album has, because it's more focused on the saxophone and all that. But here they're trying to do a little bit, have a more of an indie 90s sound. You can take it either way, so you can take it as a positive and say, yeah, thumbs up, or you can take it as a, well, you know, I've been there, done that, I'm not that interested, although it's good, which I'm taking. It is good, but I prefer the more raw sound, which is like, which is in some of the songs here, but yeah, otherwise it's a really good album. I mean, you know, it's just my opinion. You know, I'm almost 40 now, so you know, it's these kinds of this music is something that I've been pretty much exposed to a lot, so I am not as impressed. I guess a lot of people are the same as me, but it's a good album, so you know. Two new reissues from New Zealand. Yay! New Zealand has fantastic music scene. They've done anything from, you know, avant-garde noise to punk rock to whatever you want. And one of the bands that are maybe a little bit tougher to get because, yeah, it's the legendary Flying Nun label has been notoriously low on vinyl runs. So who's that? Captured Tracks made the effort and reissued these two by the Verlaines. Classic in the 80s, early 80s indie sound. Very interesting stuff. I mean, you know, you should check these out. Personal preference. Don't know. I don't think I have a specific preference to either of them. The first one I listened to was this one, and yeah, I really like this one. This is actually, I think, a compilation of EPs. This is still sealed because I had I bought them from Amazon actually, and before the album came, I could download the MP3s. So I've been listening to the MP3s until I was waiting for this to come because it came like 2 weeks later after I bought it. So I had two weeks time to actually listen to the MP3s, and I haven't popped this one open, which is not a good idea because there might be a problem with pressing, and I should really open them and play them. Yeah, and I think that personal preference, this is the one that I would go for. You can check them out on Spotify. Yeah, classic stuff. I mean, classic stuff. Speaking of classic stuff, I am very pleased that these have been reissued. I knew that they would be reissued for quite a while, and I was waiting until they became available. So our friends at Superior Viaduct have been on. They've been like really doing a good job, and they've made some reissues that are just bloody brilliant. And yeah, well, no need for introduction here. Comme à la radio, Brigitte Fontaine est fou. I think this is the complete. Folle. Sorry, folle. Fou folle. I think that, yeah, my French is not up to par, and it's been very rusty, so excuse me. So yeah, two very different sounding albums from the same person. So Brigitte Fontaine is more of a chanteuse kind of album, and on the hype sticker it says essential link in French pop music. I agree. Pushing the genre into more experimental sounds. I agree. For fans of Serge Gainsbourg, François Hardy, and Stereolab, and I completely agree. You can hear Stereolab influences here, and I'm not talking about her being influenced by Stereolab, but the other way around, and you can understand where the sound comes from. Now, this is not like all the album being like Stereolab-ish. It does have more traditional kind of, I don't know, I would call it chantage, whatever, you know, more what you would expect from that era, but it definitely is very good. And here Comme à la radio is it's with Reski and the Art Ensemble of Chicago. So what can you say? Bloody amazing. If you don't have these, you know, just bloody get them. I mean, yeah, don't debate. I don't know for how long they will be available. The originals are, I guess, hard-ish to find, maybe expensive, and yeah, it's a good opportunity, especially if you're in the US. It's like these things cost nothing. It's like what, $12-15 or something. They're cheap, in my opinion, anyway. Us Europeans, we have to pay more. Anyway. So, what else should I show? Oh yeah, an interesting one. This is quite interesting actually. So I've in my vinyl searches on the internets, I was reading an article about the Acid Archives, and the guy that is responsible behind the Acid Archives was had an interview, and he was talking about some stuff. And one of the things that he mentioned were the tax scam records. So there was an ongoing scam, tax scam for like it lasted for like 4 years in the 70s, whereby record companies would show that they were making a loss by issuing records that they didn't really want to sell. So they would press limited runs of stuff that they didn't really want to actually, promote, and they would give them out free. So it would be like, I don't know, 1,000 copies or something, and they would just distribute it free to DJs and whatnot, so that they could show that they were making a loss, probably exacerbating the actual amount. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it was a part of a tax scam, and part of those, some of those records were rubbish, as you would expect, because it were just taking tapes really and just pressing them onto LPs, and without thinking whether it's musically good or what it was or whatever. But apparently there were albums that were really worth it. And lo and behold, I was doing another search on the internet, and I came about this one. This Sounds of the City Experience. It's one of those tax scam albums, and it is a soul jazz 70s kind of album, which is really good. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's like a masterpiece, potentially, because it's not my... I do enjoy these kinds of albums, but it's not my thing. But I really like it. So maybe people that are more inclined into, digging into this sound might find it amazing. I don't know. But I wanted to buy it because it sounded alright. I liked it. It's out on Jazzman. It's a limited edition, 1,000 copies. Probably won't be around for very long, because I guess that these kinds of records are sought after. And yeah, that's what I have to say. Do check this out. It might be something that you really enjoy. I liked it. I have to admit that I did like it. So, what else? Oh yeah, one of the top 10 albums of the year, Fuck Buttons. I did get this. Don't need to explain anything further. Done. That was easy. Yeah. No need to explain this one as well. Terry Riley. I haven't opened this yet. Yeah. This is the latest reissue. What's this? Never mind. Anyway. Latest reissue. Terry Riley. Yeah, the used ones are like... I was finding in Seep for like, I don't know, 30 quid or something like that. This is much cheaper, and it's new, and you know what? Yeah. So, classic minimalist. I think this is his second or third album? Not sure. Classic minimalism, amazing, mesmerizing piece of work. It's a kind of music that I think that benefits from being on CD, just because you can have 60 minutes of music in one go. Just amazing. I never had a physical copy of this, and I'm really glad I do have one now. How long? Oh, 20 minutes. Nice. Speaking of interesting stuff, and I guess that it should have gone after the Sounds of the City Experience. Very, very, very interesting compilation. Theo Parrish. He made this compilation. It's Theo Parrish's Black Jazz signature. Black Jazz, you probably already know, is and these are the albums. platforms. So what Theo Parrish, you probably know, he's a DJ, producer. He makes his own music, famous. I think he's from Chicago. I am not sure. I think that Black Jazz is also from Chicago, but again, I might be completely wrong, which might be the case. And this guy decided, well, I don't know if he decided, but he thought that it would be a really interesting project to put in some of his favorite music from Black Jazz onto this compilation. And yeah, it's just amazing. I don't know whether, you know, these are like the best stuff that Black Jazz has issued. Not sure. I'm not that familiar. I do have some Black Jazz LPs, but I do know Doug Karn, for example, but that is the limit of my knowledge around Black Jazz. So yeah, he put this together and it's quite amazing. Interesting, on side A, it's called The Awakening, March On. Oh no, sorry, it's the second album, second track, My Favorite Things, which is like favorite things done in almost free jazz. It's just fantastic, really good stuff. Do check it out. Do check it out. 21 minutes. I don't want to take that long, so I will be really quick and show these two, which is quite easy to do. And this is out from Light in the Attic. Dream Sequence by Amancio da Silva. Cosmic Eye. Dream Sequence. Cosmic jazz, I guess. Psychedelic jazz. What would you call it? I have no idea. Hype sticker says legendary British psychedelic jazz, first ever legitimate reissue, remastered from the original tapes. Yeah, it's really good. I really like this one. And this one is called Living Music to Allen Ginsberg. This is out on Round Table, which is always a sign of things, interesting things happening underneath. I haven't listened to this one that much. I've listened to this one once, maybe twice. First reissue on, it says here, and it's a bunch of musicians. I think the vocalist was in Brain Ticket. There is some connection with Brain Ticket, I think. Yeah, the vocalist. Yeah, I'm correct. And what they do here is they put music to Allen Ginsberg's poetry, basically. So it sort of works. Potentially, I should listen to it a little bit more. It's interesting. What saddens me is that I always look at the other LPs that they have out, and I really want this one, but it's hard to get. Thank God I have this one. It's not much. So yeah, damn you, Round Table. Anyway, yeah, I will stop here. It's already 23 minutes. As always, thanks for watching. Do leave your comments. Like the video, dislike the video, subscribe, unsubscribe. Do what you will, do what you like. It's a free community, I guess. So yeah, thanks very much, and I will be seeing you around.